In 1986, Mike Tyson became heavyweight champion at 20 years old. By the 1990s, he'd earned over $400 million. He bought mansions with bowling alleys. He bought Rolls Royces. He bought 2 Bengal tigers that cost $70,000 each. In 2003, Mike Tyson filed for bankruptcy. Today, at 58, he fights YouTubers for paychecks. This is how the baddest man on the planet lives now. November 22, 1986. Las Vegas, Nevada. Mike Tyson walked into the ring to face Trevor Berbick for the WBC Heavyweight Championship. Tyson was 20 years old. Nobody had ever seen anything like him. 5'10", 220 pounds of pure muscle. Hands so fast they blurred on camera. Power so devastating that grown men crumpled when he hit them. For 2 rounds, Tyson destroyed Berbick. Left hooks to the body, uppercuts to the chin. Berbick fell 3 times in the second round. The referees stopped it. Mike Tyson became the youngest heavyweight champion in boxing history, and the world fell in love with him. This wasn't Muhammad Ali with the dancing and the poetry. This wasn't Larry Holmes with the jab and the technique. This was raw violence. This was a destroyer. This was a kid from the streets of Brooklyn who knocked people unconscious for a living. And he was perfect at it. Over the next 4 years, Tyson demolished everyone. Michael Spinks, Larry Holmes, Frank Bruno, Carl Williams. 37 wins, 0 losses. Nobody could touch him. The money started pouring in. Millions, then tens of millions, then hundreds of millions. And Mike Tyson had no idea how to handle it. At the peak of his career, Mike Tyson earned over $400 million. $400 million. From fight purses, pay-per-view bonuses, endorsements. And Tyson spent every penny. He bought a mansion in Connecticut. 52 rooms. A nightclub inside the house. Gold-plated fixtures. Cost $4 million. He bought another mansion in Ohio. 19,000 square feet. With a casino and a disco. Cost $4.8 million. He bought cars, Bentleys, Rolls Royces, Ferraris, Lamborghinis. Over 30 luxury vehicles. He bought jewelry, watches that cost over $1 million each. Diamond chains, gold rings, bracelets. He bought 2 Bengal tigers, $70,000 each. Plus a full-time caretaker who earned $125,000 a year. His monthly expenses were insane. $300,000 for lawn care and landscaping. $240,000 for walking around money. $50,000 for phone bills. Tyson had an entourage of over 200 people on his payroll. Bodyguards, trainers, managers, friends, hangers-on. Everyone wanted a piece of Mike Tyson, and Mike gave it to them. Well, because money meant nothing to him. He grew up with nothing, and when he finally had everything, he didn't know how to keep it. In 1992, Mike Tyson went to prison, convicted of rape. 6 years in an Indiana prison. His career stopped. His income stopped, but his expenses didn't. The mansions still needed maintenance. The staff still needed paychecks. The lawyers still needed fees. And Tyson's promoter, Don King, was stealing from him. And court documents later revealed that King took up to 50% of Tyson's earnings. Not the agreed-upon percentage. 50%. Straight theft. King put himself, his wife, and his children on Tyson's payroll as consultants, each one earning hundreds of thousands of dollars. For doing nothing, Tyson sued King years later. He won $14 million in the settlement, a fraction of what King actually stole. But the damage was done. When Tyson got out of prison in 1995, he tried to rebuild. He fought again. He earned millions more. But the money disappeared just as fast. More mansions, more cars, more jewelry, more people with their hands out. In 1997, Tyson bit off a piece of Evander Holyfield's ear in the ring. He was suspended, fined millions, his reputation destroyed. By 2003, Mike Tyson was broke, completely broke. $400 million. Gone. On August 1st, 2003, Mike Tyson filed for bankruptcy in New York. The court documents were humiliating. The assets, between $10 million and $50 million. Liabilities, $27 million. Mike Tyson owed everyone. The IRS, $13.4 million in back taxes. British tax authorities, $4 million. His ex-wife Monica Turner, $9 million in divorce settlement. Lawyers, trainers, managers, millions more. Tyson had to sell everything. The Connecticut mansion, the Ohio estate, the cars, the jewelry, the tigers. Everything that represented his success was auctioned off to pay his debts. And the saddest part? Tyson kept fighting. Not because he loved boxing. Not because he wanted to prove anything. Because he needed money. In 2004, he fought Danny Williams. He lost. Knocked out in the 4th round. In 2005, he fought Kevin McBride. He quit on his stool after the 6th round. Mike Tyson retired at 38 years old. Broken, bankrupt, with a record of 50 wins and 6 losses. The baddest man on the planet had been destroyed, not by another fighter, but by money, or the lack of it. And for the next 15 years, Tyson struggled to survive. After retirement, Mike Tyson did whatever he could to make money. He appeared in movies, The Hangover, Hangover 2, Hangover 3, cameo roles where he played himself. He did commercials, for beer, for video games, for whatever paid. He started a one-man show called Undisputed Truth. He toured theaters telling stories about his life. In the drugs, the prison, the bankruptcy, people paid to watch the former champion humiliate himself on stage. In 2020, at 54 years old, Tyson fought an exhibition match against Roy Jones Jr. Both men were past their primes. Both were broke and needed money. The fight went 8 rounds. No official winner. But Tyson reportedly earned $10 million. Then in 2024, came the Jake Paul fight. Jake Paul, a YouTuber, a social media personality who'd only been boxing for a few years. And Mike Tyson, the youngest heavyweight champion in history, agreed to fight him for $20 million. The fight happened on November 15, 2024, at T Stadium in Texas, streamed on Netflix. Tyson lost. Unanimous decision. 8 rounds. He was 58 years old. Too slow. Too old. Too far gone. But he needed the money. Today, Mike Tyson's main source of income is cannabis. In 2016, Tyson started a cannabis company called Tyson Ranch, later renamed Tyson 2.0. He sells marijuana products, on edibles, pre-rolled joints, cannabis accessories. The company reportedly earns around $500,000 per month. It's kept Tyson afloat. He also has a podcast called Hot Boxin' with Mike Tyson. He interviews celebrities and fighters while smoking marijuana on camera. The podcast has millions of listeners, sponsorship deals, merchandise sales. Between the cannabis business, the podcast, and occasional celebrity appearances, Tyson earns enough to live comfortably. His current net worth is estimated between $10 million and $20 million, which sounds like a lot. Until you remember, he once had $400 million. Tyson lives in Las Vegas now, a modest home compared to the mansions he used to own. He's married to his 3rd wife, Lakeha Spicer. They have 2 children together. He credits his wife with saving his life, helping him manage his money, keeping him sober. But the damage has been done. The Parkinson's-like symptoms, the slurred speech, the memory problems. Years of punches to the head have destroyed his brain. Mike Tyson will never be the same. In interviews, Mike Tyson talks about his regrets, the money he wasted, the people he trusted, the opportunities he destroyed. He admits he was an idiot. He admits he had no discipline outside the ring. In a 2020 interview, Tyson said, "I was a young kid with too much money and no guidance. Everybody around me was a thief, and I was too stupid to see it." He also admits the tigers were a mistake. The mansions were a mistake. The entourage was a mistake. Everything was a mistake. But Tyson doesn't blame anyone else. He takes responsibility. I did this to myself, he said. I made bad choices, and I paid for them. That's the difference between Mike Tyson now and Mike Tyson then. The young Tyson was arrogant, violent, out of control. The old Tyson is humble, reflective, broken. He knows he wasted his talent. He knows he destroyed his legacy, but he's still here, still fighting. Not in the ring anymore, but in life. At 58 years old, Mike Tyson sells weed and fights YouTubers to pay his bills. That's how far he's fallen. Mike Tyson's story is a warning. It doesn't matter how much money you make. It matters how you manage it. Tyson earned $400 million, and he lost it all. Because he trusted the wrong people. Because he spent without thinking. Because he had no plan for the future. Don King stole millions. His managers stole millions. His friends took advantage. And Tyson let them. Because when you grow up poor, money feels infinite when you finally get it. You don't think about saving. You don't think about investing. You think about buying everything you never had as a kid. The cars, the houses, the jewelry, the tigers. And before you know it, it's gone. Mike Tyson is not the first boxer to go broke. Joe Frazier died with $100,000. Evander Holyfield filed for bankruptcy. Leon Spinks worked as a janitor. The pattern repeats over and over. Poor kids become rich champions. They spend everything. They trust the wrong people. They lose it all. And at the end, they're left with nothing but regrets and brain damage. That's Mike Tyson's legacy. Not the knockouts. Not the championships. The cautionary tale. At 58 years old, Iron Mike Tyson is still fighting. Not for glory, just to survive.